If you want to know how we made this ATM machine to split cash, stick around. I'll show you exactly how we did it. Okay, before we begin, this is the disclosure timeline of the vulnerabilities that we found on this specific ATM. Well, it began back in 2023, and everything has been disclosed and patched by the vendor. A little bit of content, and today we're going to talk about how to become rich with just the QR code, because this summarizes a bit of the goal that we achieved by exploiting several vulnerabilities on these ATMs. As an introduction, this is the target device. As we can see, it's a Bitcoin ATM that, the manufacturer is Lamoso, the model is Douro, and it's got a nice design. It's got several features, a touchscreen and a camera. The camera will show you later what it's used for. It's got a bank note counter. Basically, it's just you can put notes and then buy bitcoins and other crypto coins. It's got also a bill dispenser, so you can sell your cryptocurrency and get money back. And in terms of the structure, it's got two cabinets, which are separate, the upper and the lower one. These are a little bit the models that this company has. They can be found mostly everywhere, and they are used just for cryptocurrencies, just to buy and sell your currencies. The way it works, it's got a backend, and it authenticates against the backend, and they also have published at least partially the software of the design of the device is an open source application. And in terms of security, it's got a good robust design compared to other traditional ATMs that we've reviewed. The physical security is, I would say, is good. And
This is how you
a little
scan
bit
your
of
wallet.
how this device is used. As you can see here, it's from the company itself.
And then
you
it
present
says
the QR
insert
code
PIN.
of your wallet, and then you can put the note inside and analyze
Okay.
it and validates
Finished.
that.
It says
And
send
once you,
coins.
based on the price, of course, you get the bitcoins, and they are sent over to your account. So, before we begin, let's identify the attack vectors of this kind of ATM. As you can imagine, it's usually the same attack vectors that any other ATM would have. They've got the kiosk mode, right? Is the interface that is exposed to the end user and to everyone passing by the device. So this needs to be hardened. Then as well, once if for some reason the kiosk mode or if any peripheral is exposed, you have to implement a strong always hardening. Then the network communications, usually these devices, of course, they need to be connected to the internet or at least over VPNs or private APNs or whatever to communicate with the backend so they can perform all the operations and transactions. The peripheral security is also very important in these cases because if someone can interact directly with the bill dispenser, then it's game over, right? You can empty the ATM, and also the physical security, of course. All of these, everything is the peripherals, the network communications, the internal cassettes for the money. All of those are protected by physical security, and that needs to be strong. Now we go into how this was performed, how we managed to to get access to the device. During the process, we identified there were 4 vulnerabilities for published CVEs, but the ones that are more critical are 3 of them that once we chained them together, we were able to get do the execution on the device, and since then we could fully control the device, right? The first one is the kiosk escape. In this case, it's a glitch that happens while the device is rebooting. So there is a moment that the kiosk mode is not correctly implemented, and there is a moment where when you can access the Windows Manager, and from there you can open applications and do whatever you want and do whatever you can under that user, right? The second one is privilege escalation. In this case, it helps move from the user that is running on the VM that is exposed on that account, and we can escalate privileges to the root account. We took advantage of this program. They have this application written in Node.js that is used for upgrading the device. So it periodically checks the path that is pointed here on the left, right, and if that files are present on those paths, then executes them and proceeds to run what is in that script, as can be seen here, right? And since this is running as root, because of course it's the goal of these scripts are to execute and upgrade the device, they have to be run as root, and then it can be leveraged to that. And the payload that we put together to get advantage of this vulnerability is more like this. We create the package as if there was some firmware upgrade, and then we put together a small script that will later be executed, and then we mark the upgrade process to be done and the destruction, and we wait a little bit until the watchdog gets executed and runs or update the scripts, and then we spawn a shell that in that case should be privileged. And the thing is how we can exploit this, right? If there is no keyboard or anything that we can interact with or use it to write all these vulnerabilities. So we're going to take advantage of the camera, and since they use it for scanning QR codes for the wallets, we investigated a little bit and we found that included the Z bar cam with this application that scans, looks for QR codes and code bars, and then prints whatever it is on the terminal, right? So that's how we managed to put everything together. And this is how the whole exploit is put together. And the first thing that we are doing here is to get out of the kiosk mode. As you can see, while the device was rebooted, we were able to touch the Windows Manager and get access to the Explorer. And well, from there you could execute any program. The thing here is that there is no easy way to get access to on-screen keyboard, so it would be difficult to type a lot of things. So that's why we were looking for the set bar cam application. And the way that we execute it is first we open the terminal, because we will need to get the information that is encoded on the QR code. We need to, well, we will print it on the terminal, and then we need to copy the text back to the terminal and execute it, right? So what we are doing here is copying the path of the cam reader application, and once we get it, we are going to execute it, and present the QR code. As you can see, managing with the screen, the touch screen is not easy, and well, also my fingers are a little bit fat, so this it's difficult to touch the specific parts, right? So here we got the exact path of the code. We also need to copy even the new line, so we are able to execute. So everything here to go to copy and paste. Now, as you can see, we got the cam reader available, and now we will present the QR code that we have encoded. The payload that we showed before is being encoded on a QR code that we just present here, and well, it automatically reads it and recognize the code, and we are going to follow the same process, right? Copy the payload that was that was printed on screen, and after it's done, paste it again on a terminal, and then it will be executed, and we will have the root cell as can be seen there. Okay, and well, there is another TV that we found after we got access to the devices. This data, all the ATMs share the same password, so that was also reported. And what are the next steps? So now that we have control and full access to the ATM, the goal here is to jackpot the device, right, and try to see what else can be done. And here are several options that are available. The one that I will present is how we made it to spit out cash and empty the cassettes that are full of money. But also, since you have access to the root with the root privileges on the ATM, you could also add money to your wallet, because the way the ATMs work is that the backend trusts the money the ATM has read, right? So you could either tweak the cash, the note reader, and if you deposit 10 euros or $10 notes, you could easily transfer that into 100 or 200, 500. But also you could directly invoke the scripts that add money to your wallet and increase any amount of money. So to be able to put together the jackpotting, we need to research a little bit more and get access to the device. This was the next steps was to fight a little bit with the physical security, try to open the cabinets. They were using, they use safe locks, which are not easy to pick, and it was the frame is robust, so that we identify some weak points that we could take advantage of. And the first thing we did was to open the both cabinets. On the top, we can see the actual PC that runs the whole ATM software. It was interesting. Well, we didn't actually need access to this because we already have root access, but it's true that having the possibility to plug a USB keyboard makes things faster, and it would be very convenient for us to have a keyboard attached to the device. And the next step is to open the bill dispenser to first understand to see what model it is, so we can understand a bit more the security and all the commands that it supports, so we can write a full payload that would withdraw cash. So how we did it is basically use a little bit of brute force. We were able to remove the hinges here. That was easy, but then we need to apply a little bit of force with hammers and special tools to open the safe box. But well, at the end we did it. It was difficult, but it was not that difficult. Half a day it was open. So here was we had access to the full setup with the cassettes, with the different banknotes are collected. That one it had one easy to pick a lock. Of course, this is protected by the other one, so this is not a problem. And then we identify the model of the bill dispenser. And now that we had it, we, of course, the next step is to find the manual, come up with the format and the protocol that this dispenser has, so we can write our own software. This is a little bit more information on what is done, right? The different commands. And yeah, now it's time to see how we prepare the demo. So this is how it's going to be put together. First, we need to exploit the first CVE, which is the kiosk escape. Once we get it, we will use the privilege escalation to get access to the root privileges, and then execute our new payload that will, instead of just getting root access, it will give us the money. So this QR script is a bit longer than the other one. It's similar to this. It's not this is not the actual exploit, but it's similar to that, where we have the privilege escalation, and then we write the script that dispenses all the money. This is the full demo of the device. You see here my coworker Antonio that was helping with that. Of course, the first thing was to again exploit the kiosk escape, open the terminal, open the cam reader that will give us access to it will help us add our payload to the system that we can copy and paste, and after that we can execute the payload, right? So it's doing the same steps that I showed you before, right from here, right? Get out the cam, and now, and after the payload is copied, we just want to execute it in another terminal, and that would give us all the cash as we anticipated, right? So it's a copy of the video. It takes a little bit of time because the code, what it does is to reset the bill dispenser, configure the bill dispenser, select the banknote, have the right cassette that is holding the 50 euros note, and then just spills the money out. And yeah, that's it, the presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you in other videos.